One is that on the issue of agriculture, Senator Ledamo Lekina should know that when William Ruto was the Minister of Agriculture, the 50-kilo bag of fertilizer was 1,500. Under the handshake government, where his party leader, with the brother Uhuru Kenyatta, it has jumped from 2,500 when William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta were in the first term of Jubilee to 6,800. Number two,
but Senator, he's still the deputy president.
But you have heard the president himself has accepted, my brother.
Okay, go on with your point.
The president has accepted that they no longer work with the deputy. And they was assigned to other. Quick point. Issue of HELB, Higher Education's Loan Board.
Right. Because
he has been highlighting what the Azimio will do. Under the Kenya Kwanza, Higher Education's Loan Board shall no longer be a loan but a grant. Because you remember, for us who went to university, I don't know how, maybe he was lucky enough and he came from privileged background, but for us who relied on HELB, we are still paying that loan, but we are telling if
you're earning a salary, pay it.
I don't know. I'm just saying. That, in fact, the same Kenyans that wants to give 6,000, most of them have HELB loan.
Right.
But we are saying that HELB loan will be no longer a loan; it will be a grant. Finally, on the issue of health, under Kenya Kwanza, we are going to look at universal. Let me finish.
Because they have no plan.
Now Senator Ledama was calm.
Finish your point.
Under the Kenya Kwanza, we are saying that people who, for example, me and Ledama, pay the same amount, just like somebody who is paying 10,000 to NHIF. What we are saying is that when you earn more, you pay more for NHIF, so that the coverage under universal health coverage should include to more Kenyans. Where when you have a card, now, for example, if you had even at that time, and you know it's unfortunate that some of the partners of Azimio who are campaigning now were even the representative of Kotu, like Atwali, who objected that by saying if a senator is earning 500,000, they are paying the same as a salary employee of a Tigal or a Tibo here, who gets maybe, for example, let me use an example of 10,000. So those are things that we need to fix so that we can create the issue of universal health care. On the issue of agriculture, apart from National Fertilizer Subsidy Program, we'll be looking at what you call guarantee minimum returns, especially to farmers, where we agree that they are setting pricing. You know the problem where I come from, because we are largely farmers, is you find during the season when we have what we call milk glut, you find a liter of milk comes maybe it was 20 shillings, but during the dry season where it goes up to 35 shillings. How do you ensure that there is minimum guarantee returns? And that has been put under the Kenya Kwanza government. And I want to ask Senator Ledamo Lekina, they don't have a solid plan. Their only solid plan is to give Kenyans 6,000 handouts. And by the way, to finish, so that he answers both, when you ask him, who are you giving this 6,000? He said, we know some people who are, we have statistics who are poor. But when the party leader speaks, he says every Kenyan who does not have a job will be given 6,000. But he's saying they're using statistics of poverty.
Let him respond.
Let me be very clear. Azimio has clearly shown under the leadership of Raila Amolo Odinga that we do have a healthcare plan. It is very, very clear. If I fall sick right now, the kind of insurance that I have as a member of parliament is what I want as a small Kiprotich or Ledama or Masiyo or whoever who lives in the rural area to be able to access it. That is what Babacare is all about. And then the other most important thing in terms of creating jobs in this country, Raila Amolo Odinga has clearly demystified the issue of manufacturing. He has clearly indicated that every county will invest in one industry. If you look at Narok as an example, there's no reason as to why I should be paying a kilo of tomahawk steak, 2,000 shillings here, and when they buy it in Narok, it's 350 shillings. We want to make sure that we invest in that economy so that if it is 2,000 shillings, the farmers of Narok sell it as 2,000 shillings. So ours is a very clear strategy. Plan. We have a clear plan. Our clear plan, and I will summarize it, is number one, when it comes to the issue of Babacare, we want to make sure that the health care that Ledamo Lekina gets is what one Omondi or Cherargei or Kamau or whoever will be able to get. No, let me finish. Number two, we will want to make sure that every child in this country has got access to good education. You know, there's no point of saying that we are building schools and we leave all the money in Nairobi. We want to make sure that all the money goes in there. Number three, in the agricultural sector, which is very, very important, is that we are making sure that we're investing in the infrastructure development. If you go to Narok as an example, if you go to a place called Oloropil, or you go to Olokurto, the roads are dilapidated. So with our sector, we want to make sure that we can be able to put better roads there, because that economy can be able to sustain
roads under
itself.
county government.
You know?
So
So really,
under CBC, under Kenya Kwanza will scrap CBC, by the way, and return to 844 system.
Okay, that's
because
new.
it's
I did not hear
expensive.
that. I did not
No,
hear
the
that.
CBC, under CBC, the curriculum based.
They don't have a plan.
We have
It's
said
that
we
clear.
will.
They have
No,
no
no,
plan.
no. Can you allow me to finish?
Cherargei, what's your camera? 30 seconds. Why is your candidate the best one to take this country forward? 30 seconds as you make a final remarks.
I didn't know this show would come at one. But what I believe is that...
Yeah, the show comes to an end. With all due respect, I'm sorry. But
no, I thought you are raising very critical. But let me finish by saying, Dr. William Ruto, who is the presidential candidate of UDA, has a track record, is tried and tested. Since he was a member of parliament for the last 15 years, he has been a deputy president. He knows how government works. He knows what needs to be done in this country. And one of the biggest agenda for him and us under Kenya Kwanza is to fix the economy. Unlike his opponent, Raila Odinga, has been more of an opposition chief. So we would want to relegate him to continue doing what he knows best. He knows best to oppose and to be opposition and to fight for other issues. But William Ruto himself knows how government functions. We want to fix the economy. We want to ensure the dignity of work is respected. That person who is on a border and somebody like me who is in office or like you, they must be respected by ensuring that opportunities belong to all of us. And God willing, in August, we shall be able to form a Kenya Kwanza government. And after the Kenya Kwanza government forms government, William Ruto will invite Raila Odinga for another handshake, and the country moves on.
same question.
30
Dawa,
seconds.
that's your camera. 30 seconds. Why is your candidate the best one to take this country?
Raila Odinga has a solid plan for this country. He has fought for devolution. He is a father of democracy in this country. The rights that we are enjoying right now is the one who fought so hard for us to continue enjoying them. When you look at the healthcare, Raila has a solid plan to be able to improve on your healthcare. Most people in this country cannot afford healthcare. It is very expensive. He has a solid plan to be able to improve that. He has a solid plan to be able to uplift the standard of living of our youth, who currently live very, very dilapidated lifestyles. He has a plan to be able to end corruption in this country. Raila Odinga is not corrupt. Raila Odinga does not care about how much money you have. All he cares is your social being. He wants to make sure that every Kenyan can proudly stand and say, I'm Kenyan.
Okay.
Right now, the way we are, a lot of people are running out of this country. They're going as economic refugees to other countries. Raila Odinga wants to invite all these people to be able to come here and help build this country. He believes in Kenya Kwanza. You know, as a citizen, you become a Kenyan. He doesn't. I'm not saying. I'm not talking about him as Kenya Kwanza or whatever. He believes in you being a Kenyan first.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. We're miming him Kenya.
Yes.
He's a true Kenyan. So he believes in that, and he's a true Democrat.
Okay.
You
Senator
didn't allow us to send
Ledama
our greetings to
Olekina.
our county. But you know, nomination is coming up on 14th.
Okay. But you have a direct ticket. You have a direct ticket.
No, I don't have a direct ticket. It's good, to be honest. Is that it is
And
good
Raila
to have
is not
invited.
a tribalist. That's what I was saying. He's
No,
not a tribalist.
no,
Like
let me
this guy.
just a few seconds, because
Yes, I need to
nominations
leave.
are coming on 14th April.
Uh-huh.
In the next 2 weeks. I'll
The
be
people of Nandi
defending-
should-
I'll be defending my seat for the Senate under United Democratic Alliance. And I've worked very hard. You remember we were with him in Division of Revenue.
Okay.
We have ensured that the interest of the people of Nandi are fought. So, God willing, the people of Nandi should continue supporting me through the nomination process, so that I become a nominee of UDA and be able to also elected as the UDA senator and to continue serving
Now
the
that you've
people of
given
Nandi.
time.
I have to give you 10 seconds. Yes.
Well, I just want to ask Kenyans to think seriously about the kind of country that we want. And I would really plead to all Kenyans to vote for Azimio. Azimio all the way. President, governor, senator, MPs, and all MCAs. We want to be able to have a country that unites all of us. Raila Amolo Odinga believes in you being a Kenyan. He does not believe in tribalism. You know, in fact, sometimes when I tell him, oh, Masai, he says, no, we are Kenyans.
Okay.
And I think that's what we want to be able to encourage our people to continue thinking. And I think, and I believe that Raila Amolo Odinga will become president. I'll still maintain and I'll still run for my, defend my senatorial seat.
It's
And I
Narok.
know in Narok County.
Right.
And to continue doing what I've been doing for my